Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figured Out Productions. The following video is a video of some kind, and I hope you enjoy it.
Hey guys, it's Adam here, and welcome to PlayLoad. This is all my video game pickups for the month of December 2017. First of all, hope you guys had a happy holidays, hope you're all safe and all that fun stuff. And of course, I hope you have a happy new year and everything. So yeah, what we're gonna do today, just talk about video game pickups I got over the last month or so, although technically most of them came from November and they are now here, but yeah, nothing too insane. A couple of things I picked up, some cheap leftover Black Friday deals that showed up, as well as some promo stuff. So yeah, that's really all there is going on here. No like crazy, awesome, insane thing, but please stay tuned just for the fun of it. So the first thing up here, I got a stack of games from GameFly. GameFly is an American game rental service where they mail you discs and stuff like that, and you can hold on to discs. Kind of the way Netflix technically still works, but like the way it used to work more so before digital streaming. But yeah, every year on Black Friday, GameFly tends to do a lot of good deals. I mean, they already do good deals around the year, but around Black Friday especially, there's a lot of price cuts, and I tend to hoard my coupons and wait until around then, and you get some good deals. So here is what I ended up from them. First, I got Knack 2 for PS4. I think this was about like 10 bucks. Which I thought was pretty exciting because I know it's a relatively new game, but I didn't know much about the game. And then a bunch of people, and I think it was one of my live streams, said like, oh, have you played Knack 2? Fucking sucks. And then I was looking around online, terrible ratings. I'm like, oh, there's probably a reason it was cheap. Oh well. But yeah, nevertheless, I ended up with Knack 2. I got a few other games. These are all Xbox One though. A couple of bucks each. Rogue Stormers by Soe Desco. This is The Police by THQ Nordic. And Abzu by 505 Games. You know, I'm gonna stop saying the names of the companies. There's no reason to do that. But yeah, Abzu. So I honestly, I don't know much about these games. To be yeah, they just kind of looked interesting, but for a few bucks, I thought, what the hell, that's kind of fun. Pick those up. This one I actually did not buy. This was free. This was my birthday was earlier this month, and a buddy of mine hooked me up with this. This is Okami HD for the PS4. Funny enough, I had Okami for the PS2. I never had the Wii version, but eventually I got the PS3 remaster, which was only physically available in Hong Kong and Japan. I got the Hong Kong version, so it would be in English. And obviously now there's a super ultra HD, whatever, if you want to call it that, version now available for PS4 and Xbox One, and I got the PS4 version. So very cool to have that, and hopefully this time I can actually get around to fucking playing it, because I hear amazing things about this game. Because I did play it a bit on PS2 a long time ago, but I don't remember it all that well. So it'd be kind of nice to revisit it properly. That'll definitely be cool. Now moving on, the big thing I put some money into games-wise this month was mostly Switch stuff. Largely because there's a few physical editions of like indie games that are on the Switch, and I'm just like, yeah, I kind of want to support that. Plus, I feel like those will probably be harder to get later. Like, as much as, you know, even though I own Super Mario Odyssey, so it's a bad example, but if I didn't, Super Mario Odyssey will probably hold its value for a long time, but at the same time, it'll be available. It's a big Nintendo first-party title. You'll be able to find it. Some of these indie games, though, are the ones that are always, like, totally impossible. Now, keep in mind, some of these may end up being complete coasters. We don't know yet. That's just kind of my general gamble, is like, yeah, I'm going to try to focus on the little indie ones. So with that in mind, here's what I got. First one up was Poi Explorer Edition. I saw this on Best Buy's website. I buy most of my new games on Best Buy because I'm in their Gamers Club Unlocked program. As an American, you can do that. It's only available in the US. You can get 20% off of all your games, day one retail and stuff. I did a whole video on it if you're ever curious about the details. So I typically go there, and then you also get reward zone points, and you get free coupons, all that fun stuff. So I wanted to buy it online, but they were sold out almost immediately. So I was gonna go to Amazon, where it probably is more readily available, but I happened to find it at an actual Best Buy. I haven't seen it since. Not saying it's uncommon or rare. People throw those terms around way too often. I'm not saying that shit. I'm just saying I couldn't find anywhere else, and I kind of got lucky with that one. So Poi Explorer Edition. Next up, in the same vein, although I didn't really have a problem finding this one, was It'll Do 2 Plus. Again, physical indies, I like to support those. And this one was cool because this game was a launch title and was actually relatively successful, but was digital only, and they finally gave it a physical edition, which is what I said I thought they would do, and I'm glad they did. Snooper Clips Plus. This game got like really good reviews and stuff, and a lot of people really, really enjoyed it. I played the demo of it a little bit, and I liked that too. So very cool that this got an actual physical copy now for the Switch. Very, very awesome. So happy to support that. And this one I kind of regret. but not really, but like kind of. I picked up Resident Evil Revelations Collection for the Switch. Now I wanted to support this because I like the idea of Capcom supporting the Switch, because they were kind of lukewarm to it. I know they did the Street Fighter game and then that did okay, so then they put this out, and I guess now they're gonna start supporting the Switch more, which I like. What I don't like about this release, and it was my own fault for not really noticing this, which I should have because they put a giant label on top of it. This is Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 for the Switch, but only Resident Evil 1's Revelations is physical. So you get the little cart, right? But in that, the data on the cart only contains the first game. The second game is actually entirely contained on a piece of paper. It's just a digital code that you have to redeem. I hate that. I do not like digital games. I don't like digital content. And of course, it hyper exposes the ongoing problem that the Switch is having, which is storage limitations. So of course, the console itself only has 32 gigabytes. Then you can put micro SD cards in, which is obviously what a lot of people are doing, myself included. But the physical carts also have their limitations. They clock out, I think, at like 32 gigabytes, and even then, developers I don't think have full access to all of that. So in this case, Capcom said, well, we can't put both on one, so put just the first game on there and then give them a digital copy, which the alternative was to either release them separately or to give you two carts or to have a bigger cart, which all sounds nice, but then you start getting into the N64 problem, which is if you're making bigger carts, the carts have to be more expensive. If you're including multiple carts, it has to get more expensive. So they obviously went with digital because that's the era we live in. They could have also put in like half of each game on the cart and then you download the other half, but I'm really glad they didn't do that because there's no reason to go out of the gate with a broken title. So I would think of this as basically Resident Evil Revelations 1, and there's a bonus digital copy of Resident Evil Revelations 2. That's how I interpret it, but you know, to each their own. I just kind of wish I had paid more attention when I actually picked it up, because I'm not sure I would have in hindsight. But it was my fault. I didn't notice that. Now, a release I am much more excited about and did live up to expectation is this. This is Axiom Verge for the Nintendo Switch. This is the Multiverse Edition, which is the one that came with, it's got like a bonus music CD and a Blu-ray and stuff like that, which is, there's a few things to say about this. First, this is a cool little indie game, a shmup game, obviously available on Switch, PS4, and the other thing is, it's presumably going to be the last Wii U game. The physical edition for the Wii U has not been released. It's still slated to come out in Europe in, I think next month actually, in January 2018. So if that happens, awesome, but it's unlikely to see a release in North America or Japan, but Europe, it's almost a certainty. So congratulations to the Europeans. But yeah, I want to get that eventually. With this version though, I ordered just the standard edition, which just comes in like a normal Switch case, but they, for whatever reason, sent me the multiverse version. I'm sure it was just somebody at the warehouse just fucked up, but I didn't get charged more, so yay. So there you go. Axiom Verge Multiverse Edition. Next up, a couple of things, and from here on out, this is all free stuff. I didn't pay for any of this, but you'll see as we go. First thing I got here was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This was not, this wasn't really something I wanted, to be totally honest with you. RPGs, Xenoblade Chronicles, none of that, that's not really my thing. So the reason I have this is I was supposed to do a video for Machinima, right there, and they wanted us to do a video on this game, so they sent us a copy of the game. Then later they changed their minds and they decided they didn't want that particular game anymore. So I just ended up with a copy of this game. The other thing but what they ended up changing their minds to was this, and they sent me this, was Super Lucky's Tale for the Xbox One. So I ended up playing this for quite some time, and what I'll say about this game is I enjoyed it. It's basically Super Mario Odyssey, but like Microsoft's alternative to it. It's a kid-friendly game. I've said this story a few times. I thought this was going to be a Conker's Bad Fur Day sequel when I first saw the E3 trailer. Obviously, it is not that. It is a competent knockoff of Super Mario Odyssey. So like if you're in the camp of like, hey, I have an Xbox and I've got kids and they're all bugging me about this Mario thing, this is a hold them over type of game. It's not really going to solve your problem, but it'll hold them over for a little while. It's usually pretty cheap too. I've seen it go online. I think around Black Friday, this was selling at Best Buy for like 15 bucks. It's not that expensive. But yeah, I enjoyed it well enough for what it is. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than from a technical perspective, it really annoyed me because I don't know why it got a physical release, at least the way they did it. So obviously it contains a disc, but the disc, while it's a Blu-ray based disc with a lot of storage on it, only 96 megabytes of the game is on the disc. 96 megabytes. I think it's 96 megabytes. And I think the whole game is only like 4 gigabytes. So what it does is it installs that first like 96 megabytes from the disk and then downloads the rest. I don't know why, because there's obviously no storage limitation in this case. It's not like this, where there's not enough space. More than enough space, and they didn't include it. Not enough space, so they couldn't include it. There's a difference. And I don't understand that one. I'm assuming it had something to do with production flow. At the time the disc needed to start being produced, the game wasn't ready enough. I don't know, but that annoys me. So I hope there's like a real physical edition of this at some point, because at this point, the disc is essentially useless. I mean, one can make that argument with any of the current gen consoles. I get it. But in this case, like, damn, son. Anyway, the rest of this stuff, I'm at an age now where, well, my birthday and Christmas, of course, both fall in the same month. So as a kid, that meant like a lot of gifts and stuff. But now I'm older and stuff, so I tell people like I don't really want gifts, despite my buddy hooking me up with this. I try not to get birthday gifts. I try not to get Christmas gifts and all that stuff. So I really don't get that from family or friends anymore. But I still get them from companies every once in a while, because obviously I work with a bunch of game companies as part of my job. So I got a nice little care package from Bethesda, which was kind of surprising. Here's what they sent me. A physical copy of Doom for the Switch, Evil Within 2, Xbox One, Wolfenstein 2, Xbox One, Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, Xbox One, and Prey, Xbox One. To be honest with you, I don't know why they sent them all on Xbox One, because I never was requested for a preference or anything like that. If I had to guess, and this is just, I'm just guessing, pulling this out of my ass, but I'm guessing it has something to do with Xbox One X. Maybe some behind the scenes, behind the closed doors meeting over there. They're like, that's what we're switching to. I'm just pulling that out of my ass. I don't know. That or it's as simple as the guy who had to mail shit just grabbed a stack from the Xbox pile. I have no fucking idea. Because Ubisoft, who sent me other things, they did it too. But in their case, it made a little more sense. They sent me Assassin's Creed Origins, which I know firsthand was developed with Xbox One X in mind. I know that firsthand. And they also sent me South Park's Fractured But Whole, and I'm guessing, since I know them a little better, what probably happened is, well, he has an Xbox, just send them both on Xbox. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. Or it's just a fucking coincidence, I don't know. But either way, cool, free games, thank you to them. But also, a fun fact about these, I went to events in San Francisco for both of these. Fun. They were a lot of fun. I'm sure you guys have played most of this crap by now, but still, it's fun. The other thing that Ubisoft also sent me was a couple of items here. They mailed this to me. This is a camping blanket. They sent me a few of these, so I've already opened one. I've already been using it for a while, but yeah, I got a couple of extras. So there you go. That's I'll find. I should have I gave one away to a buddy for Christmas. I should find other people. I'll do it. But yeah, so basically it's just a camping blanket. It's got like a Velcro to reseal it and stuff. It's just a blanket. It has with the Ubisoft logo on it. And the other thing, I was just out in San Francisco a couple of weeks ago for a Far Cry 5 event for them, and they gave me this. This is a T-shirt, of course, just says Hope County, which is of course where the game takes place, fictional county in Montana. The game's a hell of a lot of fun. I got to play a lot of it. It was great. But yeah, that's it. Not a whole lot of insanity this month. So there you go. I want to thank you, of course, I doubt they'll ever see it, but Ubisoft, Bethesda, Machinima, my buddy, and of course you guys for watching. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all later.